Welcome to Confident Chaos. My name is Melinda, and I'm here to do a reading for my Taurus babies. Come on in, bulls. Get your stubborn butts in here. Get comfortable. You know the only rule is to be kind to each other. I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys are the best. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. You guys rock. Still kind people in the world. I set that intention to get to it by the end of the month. If you haven't subscribed yet and you've been here multiple times, or even just watched my shorts, what are you waiting for? Oh, why haven't you subscribed, boo? All right, Taurus, I'm going to start this out straight with Tarot. I'm going to pull your core energy, your mental or emotional climate, surrounding influences, hidden or unseen energy that could ignite emotions, right? And then I'm going to get guidance or advice going forward. So let's see what's going on for Taurus. For your energy, we have Perseverance, number 32. I love that. Okay. Okay. For your mental, emotional climate, we have the Tower. What's going on with the surrounding influences for Taurus? What's influencing Taurus? What is influencing Taurus, Holy Spirit? I don't solicit readings. I don't ask for donations, and I don't do personal readings yet, right? I will never contact you. So anybody does that for Confident Chaos Tarot, they're gonna lie, because I didn't do it. All right. Your hidden or unseen, your surrounding influence is the moon. Which I don't really like, because that means it's like some type of secret or something hidden that's influencing you, but we're going to clarify. Then we're going to pull the hidden unseen now. Anyway, yeah, so I would never contact you telling you I felt something from your page. No, I'm not doing any of that. I feel like you don't chase, you attract. And so your people will come to you, and that's for everyone. Who's supposed to be in your life will be, right? You don't have to chase anyone. So, what's the hidden, unseen energy, Holy Spirit, for Taurus? And don't get me wrong, Taurus goes after what they want, which you have that in common with myself. I'm a Taurus moon, actually, so I get it. We go after what we want. But sometimes you have to sit back and let it come to you. Can't control everything, Taurus. Okay. We have the Emperor. Oh. There's a Emperor energy that you don't see. Either they're coming in, it's unseen energy, so either they're coming in or it's some type of energy of order that's coming in, right? Because the Emperor runs shit. He's all four kings. He has the wisdom. He has control over his emotions. He has the financial security, right? And he has mental clarity. So a person representing all four kings is coming in, which is good. It could be a relationship, because this has something to do with emotions. So it could be a relative, could be a father figure. If you have children, the father of your children, but someone is coming in hidden, or something about their energy is hidden. But we'll see when we clarify. And then your guidance. And this deck does not have reversal, so if you see me turn it around, it's because that's what I'm supposed to do, okay? And then for your guidance forward, you need inner strength. Okay? Or what's going to get you through it, Taurus, is your inner strength. I love that. Okay, so far this is good. Let's go through it. On the bottom, you have consciousness. So that means you're very much aware of something. And I think this is pointing to your life force chakra, solar plexus. But it's something that you're very much aware of now that you weren't before. Especially when I see this moon, the surrounding influences being the moon, that's something hidden from you, secrets, right? That's what's influencing some aspect of your life right now. For your mental, emotional climate, you have the Tower, so that indicates a change. A change for the better, a change for the worse, I don't know, but it's a change. So whatever state you were in or you are in, it's going to change. And only you know if it's for the better or for the worse, right? Your core energy is perseverance, which means that you know suffering, right? And you're familiar with it. You're not green to that. And it's like still being able to have the drive, the energy to push through no matter what you've experienced. Because this is 32, and some of you could be 32 years old, right? And this is under cups, so this is under your emotions. I feel like you didn't know what you were made of until you were put to the test. So your core energy right now is you've been through something that tested either your faith, your mental, right? Your mental space, your emotional space, your heart space. Something happened to where it can be even looked at as a failure. But regardless, now you know your potential. So you're very much aware. Very much. You are it's like the courage. Now you, how can I explain this? It's like until you failed, you don't know your true potential. You know your true potential now. For your emotional state, this could be mental. I mean, for either your mental or emotional climate, you have the number 16. So I hope no one is 16 listening to me. Could also indicate a date, right? For the past one, for perseverance. Maybe something happened to you in March, specifically March 2nd or February 3rd, that made you aware of your true potential, right? For the Tower, this change that came along in your mental or emotional state, it's the number 16. So for the Tower, so this could be something that happened January 6th. The change just happened June 1st. 1 plus 6 is also 7, which is like a completion. So maybe you're over one state and moving into another, right? Changing gears, changing emotions, reining in on your emotions, mastering your emotions. Something changed within you, Taurus. And then we have your surrounding influences. I don't like it. It's the moon. It's all about secrets. It's all about something hidden in the shadows, right? I don't really like when the moon comes up because it's all about, or it could be emotions that you're hiding, Taurus, for some of you, right? So something in your surrounding influence is either someone, something, Lord, someone around you is hiding their emotions from you. Why? I have no clue until we clarify. Or you're hiding your emotions from them, or their secrets, okay? There's number 18 here. Yes, I think the start to look at my channel is 18, so you could be 18. Something could have happened surrounding secrets January 8th, or last year, August 1st. 1 plus 8 is 9, which is also like you accomplished something, right? Because then that's 10 and it's completion. So take what resonates, right? And then we have your unseen energy as an emperor. Maybe it's this emperor that's hiding their emotions from you, Taurus. Okay, because it's unseen. Maybe it's someone that's admiring you, that's around you, but not letting you know how they feel about you. But if they're Emperor, they have already mastered their cups. So would they really be, unless you're in a situation where they feel like they can't approach you, Taurus. It's a reason why they're hiding their emotions, but that's unseen energy, this Emperor. And your guidance is inner strength. For inner strength, well, we know the Emperor is 4. Let me go back to that. 4 is home, so it could be someone you have in a relationship with too, or had. The Emperor being hidden unseen energy is about power, control, and stability. So the Emperor knows when to exert and how to use their power, their control, and stability. So what are they? Why is that unseen? Maybe you don't see that in this person, Taurus. We'll see when we clarify, because I can, you know, it's a collective of Tauruses. So it's going to be different stories, similar timelines. Some could have experienced this already. Some, this is about to happen, right? Anyway, for your guidance forward, you have the inner strength, which is basically faith. It's like whenever you are fearful of something, what do you combat that with? Faith. Because that's courage. That's the remedy for fear. So you're pulling, your guidance is to pull on your inner strength, to get rid of, I don't know, maybe you have a fear of something, but you need to pull on your inner strength and get it together, boo-boo. Let's pull from, let's clarify. I'm going to use a new deck. It's called the Ocean Tarot. It's so cute. They have, they don't have swords. They have spears. They don't have wands. They have corals. They don't have cups. They have pearls. And they don't have pentacles. They have treasures. Okay? Get what I'm saying? Okay. So let's see what's going on. Oh, wow. For perseverance, we have the 3 of Cups, but it came in reverse. This deck does take reversal, so we will take it, okay? 3 of Cups. Wait, before I even say I'm going to take it, well, yeah, it came out that way, so I'm going to take it. Because that's how it landed. Okay. 3 of Cups. Yeah, can I get another card with that? Holy Spirit. High Priestess. Okay. Let's pull for the Tower. We have the 4 of Spears. And we have the Knight of Treasure. Can I have something for the Moon? Thank you. We have the Page of Spears. Can I get something else for the Page of Spears with the Moon? Can I get something else? If not, I'll just take that, but can I get something else? Hold on. Can I get something else with the Page of Spears? Okay, guess not. Let's move on. What's the Emperor clarify the unseen energy with the Emperor. Why is the Emperor unseen energy? Okay. King of Pearls. Okay. Let me get another one for the King of Pearls. Can I get another card for the King of Pearls? The Hermit. I love these little mermen and mermaids on these cards. They're adorbs. I went to see How to Train Your Dragon. It was the cutest thing. I loved it. I didn't see the animated version, so, and now it's on cable right now as we speak. And it was just so cute and pleasant. Okay, in the strength we have King of Coral. Can we get one more? Yep. Nice. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Let's see what a sister got here. Let's push these up. I'm anal, just be patient, okay? Okay, so for your core energy, perseverance was clarified by the High Priestess and the Three of Pearls in reverse. This seems like a fallout with a friend group that somewhere in your intuition you felt like they weren't good for you. Maybe they were gossiping behind your back. Maybe there was a little petty energy like envy or slick stuff or a little bit of shade thrown here and there. But you started noticing like, yeah, these people aren't really for me. So, Taurus, you relied on your intuition because the High Priestess taps into her emotions, her gifts. She's able to see past certain things and see things for what they are. You know, sometimes we get caught up in the 3D and we don't really see the core of things, especially in friend groups. But Taurus, I think you've always felt it. That's why you have perseverance, because you probably failed at certain, you probably tested this friend group and they failed at a couple of things, and you God damn it, you finally decided that these are not for me, this is not the route I want to go. You separated yourself. With the number 2, with your mental and emotional climate, that's where the change came. But we wanted to see what kind of change. It was a change to do with your home, with the 4 of Spears here and the Knight of Treasure. I felt like it was some type of change in your home life, but you recommitted yourself to something, prioritizing your mental and emotional health. Whatever is attached to home really affects you in those areas, right? Mentally, emotionally, everyone, right? Your home is your base, it's your foundation. And I feel like some type of change happened. It could have been financial with the Knight of Treasure being here, but I feel like whatever the change was, you kind of made your way through. It wasn't something that held you back too long. It was just something that really changed your direction when dealing with home. So for example, let's say that you have someone at home. It could be an adult child. It could be a family member, whatever. You don't live alone, let's just say, Taurus. And you didn't really leave, and this is just a light example, the cooking up to the other person. You were like dedicated to cooking the meals in the home. Maybe that became a burden, right? Maybe you couldn't keep coming up with ideas for what to cook or whatever. And it kind of changed the dynamics in the home. So now this person had to step in and do that, and you had to step in and do whatever role they were doing, for example, right? It's just some type of change that happened, and it affected finances. So it's going to be different for everyone. You have surrounding influences with the moon. The moon indicates some type of secrecy or gossip, slander, right? So I feel like within this friend group, maybe you did have some secrets surrounding your name, slander surrounding your name, or gossip being said about you. I feel like you defended yourself with the Page of Spears here, because this Page of Spears also represents someone that defends themselves against slander, gossip, or anything that is unjust. So, yeah, I feel like whatever was being done behind your back, you addressed it head on. It wasn't something that you were pussyfooting around or you were going to play games with anyone. You went direct and, you know, and it wasn't like an aggressive behavior, because Page is they're kind of inexperienced, right? The Page energy. But it's a very much, you know, when a child tells you the truth, it's direct. You can't deny it. I feel like that's how you approach this situation. I'm not going to come play secretive mind games with you. I'm going to come straight out and tell you what the fuck it is. That's how I feel it was, Taurus. For the Emperor being your hidden unseen energy, it could be a masculine energy, or it could be you, Taurus, that's trying to be more assertive in your life, direct, and, you know, but if it's hidden and unseen, maybe you're not really putting it, maybe it's just a thought. But what I'm really feeling is that it's a masculine energy in your life. And this masculine energy could have went into isolation for a little while with this Hermit card here. But it was really just to get their emotions in order. Because the King of Pearls is a master at their emotions, right? They know, they don't get gaslit. They don't get manipulated. They know what it is. They're a master at their emotions. And I feel like this Emperor, maybe this was the last part of him. Maybe the Emperor already had their financial security. Maybe this Emperor already thought clearly, right? Mastered their thoughts. Clarity of mind, right? Maybe this Emperor already knows how to put things to action with wands, or bring things into fruition, right? That they manifest. So the last thing they had to master was this King of Pearls, which is your emotions. So they had to learn to master their emotions. So this strikes me as a person that was probably good on paper for you, and you guys got along. You like the way they think, you like the way they approach things, you like the way they were logical about things, right? But Taurus, they was lacking in the emotional part. So I feel like this person went into hermit mode and is trying to learn to master their emotions, feel comfortable expressing their emotions, you know. So we'll see. I'll pull another card to see what happens with that, and pull another deck. And finally, Taurus, the guidance forward is inner strength. So you have to pull from some type of inner strength in order to get to this to embody this King of Coral confident energy. King of Coral is action-based, is I'm going to put the plan together and I'm going to execute it. That's the King of Coral. This is normally, traditionally, the King of Wands, right? That fire energy. And once you get the inner strength, once you get that fire energy down pat, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is suggesting that good karma is going to come your way. The wheel is turning in your favor, right? Or it's a wheel, okay? It could also mean that a cycle is ending of what you have to persevere through, right? Okay. Lord. Just want to clarify a few things with the Everyday Tarot deck. And then I'm going to pull some Oracle for you. I just want to see something. I want to see about this friend group. Can you give me something for the Three of Pearls in reverse? And the High Priestess with perseverance. Your current energy, Holy Spirit. Just give me a card, okay? King of Cups. Okay. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like your intuition told you, maybe this group, right, made it seem like they were, they had all of this love and admiration for you. Maybe they even came across like they were emotionally stable. You quickly learned that this group was not. This group was trying to benefit from you financially some way, Taurus. Or they saw that you always came into, because Ace of Pentacles is always like a new financial venture. So maybe you were like the person to go to when you wanted to do certain things financially, right? Let's just, because it could be a wide. You're looking at them as the friend group. Yeah, it's all love, we're peoples, blah, blah, blah. But your intuition told you it was something to it. It told you that they were being manipulative, or they talked about you behind your back, basically. Like they talked about you behind your back. If they knew your significant other, you know, they talked about them too. You know, like it was just that type of party. Like they in your face, Taurus. It was the praises, it was the kumbaya, it was the celebration, it was cool, it was teamwork. But behind your back, it was just to get what they can get. And I think you were under a whole different impression. But you knew, right? Because the High Priestess knows, she trusts her intuition, so you always kept it there. Sometimes you go along just to see if Spirit is going to show you that proof, you know what I mean? Yeah. So eventually you had to defend your finances against these people. They probably want to drain you dry, girl. Oh boy. I want to look at this Tower, the emotional climate. You have Judgment. Yeah. Whatever happened that affected the home, Taurus. I think you looked at yourself and you took accountability for whatever you had, whatever hand you had in it, whatever response, whatever, right? I feel like Eight of Swords, yeah. And once you call Judgment, Eight of Swords in reverse, and once you call judgment on yourself, I think that's why you get to turn this around, your home situation, because, and whatever it is going to be different for everyone. But I feel like you turned it around with the Eight of Swords. It was something that probably did stress you out at one point, right? But whatever it was, you turned it around. So it's good. And now it's like, it's your time to rise up, right? You could be experiencing a huge spiritual awakening and realizing, like, you know what I'm getting to, Taurus? It could be a situation where you have to leave home, and again, it creates some type of imbalance. The example I gave earlier with the cooking, no, I mean, yeah, of course. Everyone has like their responsibilities when they live with other people or live together as a family or whatever the situation is. I feel like you have an opportunity to move and make money somewhere else, but you're going to disrupt the balance of the home situation. And calling judgment just means like you had to look within yourself, like, am I going to do what's best? And I think I had this in another Taurus reading. It's like, am I going to do what's best for myself, or am I going to let this family, this home life, this whatever type of situation keep me in the Eight of Swords, keep me stressed out, because I know I'm meant for more than this, right? More than what I'm doing. That's how you feel. I'm not co-signing or not co-signing, but that's how you feel. And I thought before in the other reading when we did the but you know, outcomes change because energy changes. I just felt like you were so determined that you was going to keep moving and do what was best for you, right? But with the Eight of Swords in reverse, it's like you have this self-limiting belief that you can't do it. You can. You can absolutely pick the fuck up and move on and do what's best for you, Taurus. I don't know if it's a relationship in the home holding you back. If it's children, I get it. Sometimes we don't want to uproot them, but if it's for a better opportunity, excuse me, you should take it. Confirmation. And this Tower is a change. So let me tell you something about Spirit. If it's meant for you, this is your path, and you're dilly-dallying, dragging your feet, Spirit is going to do it for you. So probably that's that Tower coming in. What's this Moon with the surrounding influences? Pages, Spears. That's that gossip. That's that gossip you have to stand up to. What do we have for this gossip that Taurus have to stand up to? How is the Tower? Oh, yep, the Tower. So it was a change, right? Big change. Because people probably didn't think you were going to react that way. You didn't explode. You didn't lose your mind. You didn't, because you already knew that people were talking about you. You just didn't have any real proof. And I feel like a Tower happened that provided the proof. Because Tower came out twice. It's on a board confirmed. So some change happened in your life, Taurus, that you had to use your intuition with. Anyway, yeah. These secrets, these illusions, this gossip, this slander, you faced it head on, but very calmly. Page of Spears is very matter of fact, right? Defending myself with pure facts. No anger, no, just straight facts, mental, straight, boom, 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 boom. You ain't shit because blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? Just straight up facts. And how did this person take it? How did these people take it? How did they take it? How did they take it, Spirit, when Taurus reacted this way? Oh, we had Temperance. So they had to just balance that shit out. What could they do, right? It's like, once you tell someone the truth, there's nothing they can do about it because it's the fucking truth. You can't dispute the truth. Let's talk about this Emperor now. The Emperor with the pearl. Trying to get his little emotions together. He got it. Emperor's all 4 kings, right? So I feel like he was lacking the emotion to become the Emperor. He had to go in hermit mode. Yeah, 2 of Wands in reverse. Uh-oh. Let's see what else. You couldn't make a decision. Okay, so the Emperor couldn't really make a final decision on offering you that cup. That's the hidden, unseen energy, Taurus. It's an Emperor in your energy that is struggling to make a decision to offer you this cup. Who is that? Let me see something. Give me 1 minute. Bear with your sister. Give me 1 second. Okay. I just wanted to see. Okay. So it's not that the Emperor. Okay. The Emperor. Let's not even call him the Emperor yet, because he needed to go in hermit mode to master his emotions in order to, right, figure out a way to offer you this cup. Like, I know I was XYZ before, but I went and did some introspection, and I feel like you deserve this, and I want to offer you this cup. The only issue is, it's not the 2 of Wands is indecisive, right? It's that you don't know how to execute. They don't know how to approach you and execute this plan, Taurus. I don't understand. If you are trying to balance out these emotions and you know Taurus, why wouldn't you know how to approach them? It's like you have an idea, but you lack a clear plan or have the energy to move forward with it. Why? I want to know why. Why is the Emperor unsure how to offer Taurus this cup? We have the Fool. Because maybe they feel like they're going to have to start all over with you. Okay. So, you don't want to start over? Isn't that what you want? When you offer your cup, it's a brand new start. It's a brand new cup of love, right? The Fool is new opportunities and beginnings. So, I don't understand. The Fool can also be having fun, right? Having fun, being spontaneous. Is the Emperor trying to approach you in the guise of, let's let it be lighthearted, you know, we could take it slow, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, they want to offer this Ace of Cups, and they're trying to say we're going to go slow to reel you in, Taurus, and then turn up the heat. And that's the truth. Ace of Swords. So maybe you told this person, yeah, we can take it slow, reconnect, whatever, whatever. And this person agreed to it, but in the back of their mind, they're going to try to rush it. What is Taurus going to do? What's Taurus going to do? Four of Cups. Taurus is not interested. Oh, well. Sorry, Emperor. I tried. Taurus is not interested in you. Let's move on to the guidance. Fell right in my lap, and it's the Star. I love it. Yeah. Taurus, I feel like you need to work on your confidence, your healing. What else? That's why you have inner strength, the Star, King of Coral, which is like King of Wands. You need that confidence, the inner strength, and healing in order to get to this Wheel of Fortune. Because that's your 9 of Pentacles. It's like you're just one more pentacle to get to the 10, right? Yeah. So my advice to you, Taurus, is figure out why Spirit thinks you need inner strength, why your heart space isn't balanced, or why you aren't embodying that King of Coral. You know, love is the highest frequency. That's the only thing that's going to move you forward with manifestation. The Star is all about healing. To get to that Wheel of Fortune, you're going to have to take those steps. So, whew, that was a mouthful, child. I hope you got something out of that, Taurus. Let's pull coffee. Let's pull the energy. You know what? We're going to pull the little owl. Excuse me. Taurus out with the owl. Embrace the darkness. Okay? In darkness, you find clarity. Like the owl, embrace the unknown. For it is within the shadows that your true understanding will unfold. I love that. Don't be afraid to play in the shadows, Taurus, okay? You need to balance both, yin and yang, light and dark. We're not all light, we're not all dark. We need to be both, and it needs to be balanced. So that's something that Spirit is telling you. Don't think you're going to walk this path of, oh, I'm loving light, and that's how I'm going to get to my Wheel of Fortune. No. You have to play in the dark, too. So you have to figure out what's your balance with your yin and yang. You have to figure out what's your balance between the shadow and the light, and then walk that line. That's going to also help you get the inner strength, the courage, the healing in order to get to your 9 of Pentacles and your Wheel of Fortune. Well, we want 10 of Pentacles, right? You already have the 9, or you're going to have the 9, right? And then we could get one more and get the 10, okay? I hope, because this is something new I tried. I didn't pull any oracles except your closing. It was all tarot. It was very weird to me because, you know, I like pulling a lot of oracles. But I hope this helped you, Taurus. And I'll see you next week. I love you. Remember, be strong and courageous. Bye.